Now for some examples of smooth touch escalation to first time sex. These videos are a visual backup of what I've described in the audio. They're not an entity to themselves, there is a backup to the audios that have already been described. Touch escalation, as you know, is the ladder to sex. Smooth touch escalation is fundamental to her arousal and getting to the point of sex so that it's comfortable for her. This is going to be an example of gradual, smooth touch escalation. So imagine this is an evening where you brought a woman back. So he sat down, she sat down. He sat down relaxed and comfortable. She's decided to sit down on an opposite piece of furniture. So there's a distance between you. It's not necessarily always a good idea if you've not got good social touching to just go over and sit right next to her. It shows a little bit of neediness and it can create uncomfort. So what he's done there is asked her if she wants a drink. Gone away, got the drink, come back and sat back down, given her the drink. Now engaging in conversation. She's turning around to face him. They're mirroring each other's body language and they're establishing further emotional connection and rapport. He puts his feet up as well to mirror her body language, and they're just chatting. She kicks her shoes off. It's a sign of that she's relaxed and she's sexually interested. So he puts his feet up and you've got some touching of the feet. This is a speeded up version of touch escalation, but it can happen this quickly, but it's to show you the gradual process so that you don't just go from distance to close straight away, because it just feels awkward for the woman if you do that. So continuing to chat, she's touching the rim of the glass, which is sometimes an indicator of slight anxiety, which can also indicate interest. He's gone away to get something in order to attempt to create some closeness. So this is a camera with pictures on. See, what he's not done is not leaned in to show her. He's just sat back and held it in front of him, which has meant she's had to come in to view those pictures, as opposed to him like leaning into her and forcing them into her. They're just like movies and pictures, interesting things like that. That one happens to be like a little video of my dog. So it's one of the routines. It's just an example of one of the routines to enable her to get closer to you in a smooth way. Puts the hand on the shoulder. It's a kind of a touch test like that we talked about. So notice how the hand is moving. It's not just placed there. He saw that she was comfortable with that, so he's moved and got closer. You can see she's got a hand on his leg, so we know it's on. And there we go. Looks at her. The kiss happens. Now another example of smooth touch escalation. So they're sat on the sofa. It's just another example. It's not particularly different to the other one, but it's just to show you the gradual steps of touch escalation. So they're sat apart. She's got her legs facing away from him. So we need to establish more conversation and connection. Now we've phased onto the next section. She's turned into him. So he's mirroring her body language, continuing to chat. He's open and relaxed. She's opened up her legs a little bit more, showing that she's a little bit more relaxed. Touching of her body there, indicating interest. Hold his hand out for her to put her hand into his. This is another routine example that I've talked about in the audio. Could be like palm reading, which has brought her closer in. It's also got some magazine to show her something, maybe pictures of himself in a magazine or something like that to get them close together. Now they're looking at each other, chatting, smiling. It's all looking good. She's looking. There we go. Goes for the kiss. Further kissing, and then he's standing up and leading her into the bedroom. If you remember on the audio, I talked about not forcing touching, and you can do that by moving her hand onto you. You'd be doing this while you're chatting, you wouldn't draw attention to it. You move her hand, put it onto your leg or some other part of you and leave it there. It's a test to see how comfortable she is with your touch. Here's another video example from the audio of putting your hand out and allowing her to put her hand into yours. Grabbing her hand can make her feel uncomfortable. Any element of uncomfortability means it will lower a level of interest and arousal.